Why do we ask why God never shows up for our eyes? Why does the world grow darker while God feels farther away? But what if God isn't the one hiding? What if we're the ones who couldn't recognize Him even if He came? Can something finite ever contain the infinite? The truth is, the things that matter most in life are never seen with our eyes. Love, trust, meaning, even my own soul stays unseen. So maybe I believe it when I see it was never a strong argument at all. If God suddenly stood right in front of me, would I truly choose Him freely? Or would I fall to my knees in fear, not love? Forced devotion isn't love, and He knows that that's why He gave us the freedom to choose love, not collapse before power. Maybe God remains unseen to guard the freedom He gave us. If I say yes without being forced, that's real love, my love. Unseen doesn't mean absent, hidden doesn't mean distant. If God appeared every morning in blazing light, we'd obey out of fear, not love. So He chose a different way to walk among us as one of us. He wrapped eternity in human skin and stepped into our world. Think about it, if seeing guaranteed belief, why did those who saw Jesus with their own eyes still refuse Him? Some watched His miracles and still walked away. Even His friends ran when fear came. Maybe the real problem isn't God doesn't show Himself, but we don't want to see Him. We want God to appear on our terms, but ignore Him when He steps into our chaos. It's not that He's invisible, it's that our eyes stay closed. So God didn't wait for us to climb our way up to Him. Came down to our level because we couldn't reach it. Unseen doesn't mean He's gone. You know we're always longing for something. Absolute eternity, meaning a love that never breaks. Longing itself is not emptiness, it's evidence of someone who left a trace. Maybe the real question isn't why doesn't God show Himself, but why do I trust only what my eyes can hold? Love, hope, and truth stay unseen. So why demand that God be smaller than the things He created? Our eyes are too dim to see Him, but He knows our weakness. The day God put on human flesh was the day He opened the door of our hearts. They say if truth is why do I claim only one road's real? But truth ain't real because we choose it, it's real because it came. Most paths are built by humans, trying hard to fix their pain. But if we could heal ourselves, why do we still break the same? The world says look within, your meaning's in your chest. You've watched meanings fade, even the ones you thought were best. If the road you built was solid, why'd it crumble overnight? Why did choices you once trusted drag your soul into a fight? If we could build a road to heaven, we'd have built it long ago. But every map we draw keeps folding where we cannot go. So the question isn't why only one, but why would truth come down? What kind of God steps in the dust and walks a human down? Religion shows the path, but Jesus is the path who walked to us. Religion lights a candle, but Jesus is the light that reached for us. Every road said climb, but He came down instead. Not one truth among the many, the truth who came to the dead. God stayed distant, untouched, high above our ache. We'd stay searching in the dark for roads we cannot make. Truth didn't wait for saints, it walked into the dirt. The holy didn't call from far, he stepped into our hurt. No sage became salvation, no prophet paid our debt. Only God made flesh could carry every breaking breath. The question isn't why only, the question is who else came. Show me any other truth that wore a cross and took our shame. Every path I made collapsed beneath my feet. Every meaning I invented left me incomplete. And when I ran out of roads, when all my maps were gone, the way himself found me whispered, child, I've come. Religion teaches paths, but Jesus is the path that carried us. Religion offers light, but Jesus is the light that lifted us. Where every human story ends, his story breaks the night. He didn't show the way to life, he came and became the light.
If God doesn't exist, why would anyone claim he walked among us? Why would history split into BC and AD for nothing? Maybe it's because the world kept breaking in ways we couldn't explain. Why we break what we love, why we wound the ones we try to protect. Why guilt clings to us like a shadow we can't outrun. If we could fix ourselves, we already would've, but we couldn't. So the story says the only way was for love to come down. If God is real, wouldn't he prove it with presence, not distance? Not yelling, try harder from the sky, but stepping into the cold with us. Love doesn't shout from afar, love walks toward the broken. If love is real, it comes down all the way to the darkest part. If love is real, it steps in even when you stop believing in anything. Maybe the story wasn't fantasy, maybe God just loved too much to stay away. They say he's perfectly holy, meaning he can't pretend evil isn't real. But they also say he's perfect love, meaning judgment wasn't the ending he wanted for us. Holiness says evil must be dealt with. Love says, but I won't leave you alone with it. Two truths pulling in opposite directions, and the answer wasn't thunder, laws, or miracles. It was God choosing to carry the weight himself. We couldn't climb up, so we climbed down. We couldn't reach heaven, so heaven reached us. If salvation couldn't rise from inside us, then it had to come from outside us. That's the whole claim. Not that we found God, but that God refused to lose us. If love is real, it doesn't stay distant. If God is real, he'd walk into your pain, not avoid it. Closer than your own breath, he came to stand with you in the cold. If love is real, it comes down, and maybe it already did. And maybe it already did. Then in a manger, a child breathed his first breath. His name was Jesus, the day BC turned into AD. Yeah. Have you ever stopped and wondered this? Among all sages the world celebrates, Jesus came the latest, yet time itself bowed to his birth. Why did the entire calendar realign around a single life? 'Cause when Jesus came, it wasn't just another wise man born. It was the moment that shook the foundations of civilization. His birth marked the beginning of a new history, truth descending in human form. Yeah, Confucius taught wisdom, Buddha taught detachment, Socrates questioned the world until its pillars shook, but none declared what this man said of himself. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Not just a teacher, but the eternal word made flesh, the king who chose to die for his enemies, carrying our sins, the weight we could never bear. Yeah. No one else will carry your guilt, your hurt, your scars. The world says handle it yourself, but the God who made you carried your pain before you ever spoke it, because he loves you. History turned on that night when Jesus stepped into our time. BC fades, AD lights, one birth splitting day from night. History turned on that night when Jesus stepped into our time. BC fades, AD lights, one birth splitting day from night. Why do you let the world break the way it does? Couldn't you make a place with no tears, no pain at all? If you're almighty, why don't you stop every wound? Why does my life carry scars I never asked for? But think about it, freedom, love, and goodness only means something when they're chosen. A value without choice, could you still call it good? You know it too, forced love isn't love at all. Real love always carries the risk of walking away. Same with goodness, if you can't choose it, it's not good. That's why God placed freedom in our hands. We took that freedom, cracked the world with it, and blamed every fracture on him. But he didn't take our freedom back. He stepped into this life himself to carry the pain beside us. Oh, God made us in his image, he made us relational. Yeah. He never intended pain, he intended love. Take freedom away, ensure wounds will lessen, but we lose what makes us human. He is love, love is who he is. But because he's holy, he can't ignore our brokenness. Yeah. God never chained my steps, even when I walk straight into the sharp places. He warned me, but he didn't force my feet. If he stopped me by force, that wouldn't be love. My choices, regrets, tears, honesty, they matter because I'm free. So before I ask, why's the world so cracked? Maybe I should ask, how often did I deepen the cracks? Maybe that's where honesty begins. If we created the wounds, where could healing come from? So he didn't just send words from afar. He entered the wound himself, wrapped in human skin. To erase all pain, he'd have to erase our hearts too. But he loved us too deeply to do that. He hung his light over the darkness we created and held every wound we carved. If the world had no mistakes, I wouldn't even be here, but he wanted me. So he gave me freedom and came to pay its price himself. A world with frozen skies and snow that never melts, he could have made that too. But then we never know warmth, never know forgiveness, never know grace. Broken as it is, this world is where grace shines clearer. Yeah, the Creator stepped into the chaos we made to pull us back to life. He didn't come to erase freedom. He came to rewrite my heart.
Everybody trying to reach God, holding breath and climbing high, stacking good these rituals, cleaning up the inner sky. Meditation in the night saying there's a light inside of me, but the deeper that they dig, all they hit is NPC. The world said find your God within your peace, your mind, your clarity. But every time I looked inside, pain grew faster than serenity. I tried to reach the heavens carrying pain on my own, but every burden I carried dragged me further from the throne. Every religion tells a tale of man reaching up to God, but every path I tried just left me standing at a wall on. Truth ain't from me, he came down. Light broke in when my night came round. I ain't the way, I know the one, Jesus the truth, yeah, that's my song. He walked into my dark and turned it bright. I don't find truth, I follow the Christ. Every other path fades out on sight, but he's the way, the truth, the light. Truth ain't from me, he came down. Light broke in when my night came round. I ain't the way, I know the one, Jesus the truth, yeah, that's my song. He walked into my dark and turned it bright. I don't find truth, I follow the Christ. Every other path fades out on sight, but he's the way, the truth, the light. Philosophy say truth is inside and practice is empty pride, but every time I emptied out, the loneliness just multiplied. My nights taught me the simple fact, my own flame can't light my track. You already see the truth, how incomplete we really are. God becoming man means this, he wore my pain, he wore my skin. Love didn't answer with theories, but with blood and bones within. When that love stepped into me, it rewrote what life had been. My whole soul woke up from death, cause the truth himself walked in. Truth ain't from me, he came down. Light broke in when my night came round. I ain't the way, I know the one, Jesus the truth, yeah, that's my song. He walked into my dark and turned it bright. I don't find truth, I follow the Christ. Every other path fades out on sight, but he's the way, the truth, the light.
You said if your truth is real, why don't you people live it right? And honestly, I've asked the same when watching all our crooked lives. Is faith supposed to make us clean like some moral color dye? Cause if that's true, then why do I still fall 1,000 times? So let me ask you back, have you lived every word you say? Don't we both break our own rules before the sun even hits the day? If we both fail our own standards, maybe the problem's deeper down. Maybe the heart is broken long before the actions ever come around. So if we hate hypocrisy, isn't it cause we long for real? If not him, then who can change a heart? Tell me who can light the dark? Who can enter all the places we keep hidden from the world? If not him, who carries every truth without crushing us apart? Maybe Christmas isn't stories, maybe heaven came to start the kind of change we never could have done. You said if God is love, why are his people such a mess? But what if mess was the very reason that he walked into our flesh? Not to punish all the actors, but to heal what we repress. Not to shame us for pretending, but to give a better breath. So let me ask you gently, when your heart splits into two, when you want what's right but do what's wrong, doesn't something ache in you? We're not just broken cause we planned it, we're far more twisted than we knew. And if our souls are truly fractured, tell me, what could we possibly do? So if you want authenticity, I promise you're not alone. Even Peter broke his courage on the night the roosters groaned. Yet the one he felt stay near him, didn't leave him in the cold. What kind of love walks toward the very hearts that lose control? If not him, then who can change a heart? Tell me, who can light the dark? Who can enter all the places we keep hidden from the world? If not him, who carries every truth without crushing us apart? Maybe Christmases and stories, maybe heaven came to start the kind of change we never could. So ask yourself in silence, have you lived your perfect creed? If not, then isn't mercy the very thing we truly need? If we despise the fake and fragile, maybe that's the proof indeed that a love more real than all of us had to come and make us breathe. If not him, then who can change a heart? Not the rules and not the scars. Only one who wore our weakness, only one who crossed the stars. This is why he stepped inside our night, why his birth still splits the dark. Not just to judge our contradiction, but to give a brand new start in the kind of heart we never had. Never asked us to earn his love by it, but he became one of us, so someday we could finally be free. I couldn't make my own life, no matter how hard I tried, but truth came down to find me on that holy night. I am the way, the truth, the life. One line that changed my life. Jesus, you're the truth. Jesus, you're the truth. They told me life just happens, so drift with the stream. Said the world means nothing unless I build my own dream. But the more I shaped my meaning, the more empty it became. My heart kept sinking deeper, folding under its own weight. My thoughts and feelings claimed they were the ones in control, but they changed 1,000 times before the day even rolled. How can something that fragile ever led me to peace? All it did was bind my heart and keep tightening the leash, yeah. Everything I held turned into mist in my hands. Every meaning I invented blew away like sand. And the line, the path is in you, kept shaking my chest. Cause deep down I knew that path could never hold me at my best, yeah. Truth wasn't crafted by me. Truth came looking for me. Jesus, the true light, stepped into our story. He walked into our night. That's why we remember this day. When we had no direction, truth himself made a way. We had no direction. We weren't born by accident, we're written from the start. Every step that felt empty was already known by God. Even when my heart cracked and the night stretched long, Christ held me close, his love never moved on, yeah. And the life I live just drifting with the tide. Finally found direction with his voice by my side. True freedom, yeah. True freedom, true freedom. This is Christmas, the day truth came to earth. Jesus, the true word, lifting broken hearts first. He came for us. So will you open your heart tonight? I am the way, the truth, the life. One sentence rewrote my life. We can't make our own light. We look to the one who is light. Truth isn't inside me. I've checked enough times to know my
judgment bends easily and my will is painfully low. I choose by moves, but he never changes, forever the same. Jesus, you're the truth. Jesus, you're the truth. Emmanuel. Looking for light within myself never worked. I knew it all along, so chasing the one who is the way became the only way to start again. Emmanuel, the God who came near on that holy night. Jesus, come near to my life again.